guys, here it is. This is 7 reasons why I'm a nomad. Check it out. Hi again, guys. Well, I'm back with 7 more reasons for something. That's right. I do a lot of 7 reasons for whatever people do in nomadic living. And if you're new to the channel, the reason why is because, well, 10 takes way too long, and maybe we can revisit this subject again some other time. And if you guys have something you want to chime in, feel free to do so in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think are good reasons to be a nomad. And yeah, and if you want to support my channel and all that good stuff, just remember to like and subscribe if you get something out of this. Okay, so we're going to go right into this right now. Okay, so my first reason why I became a nomad is because, well, I've been a nomad pretty much my whole life. My whole family just moves around a lot. We always have, especially my immediate family, my mom and myself and my brother and sister and my stepdads, any of them. We were always just on the move. And I think mostly it was my mom. She liked to move around a lot. She just, I don't know, for whatever reason, that's just what we did. And it seems like for a lot of my life, it was every 3 to 6 months that we were going someplace else. So I guess I'm just practiced at it and I'm used to it. So, I tried to stop for a while. I lived in an apartment for quite a few years, for about 4 years or so, and I just was depressed. I didn't like it. I thought maybe that it was time for me to not be on the road anymore, and I wanted to try to at least settle down and feel what it felt like. And quite frankly, I just didn't like it. I was depressed the whole time. Well, not the whole time, but a lot of the time. So, yeah, I decided to go back out on the road, and so here I am. Number 2, I like not having to pay rent. It's not that I don't want landlords to make money, and it's not that I don't think that it's a good idea to buy real estate, but I don't know. You gotta work really hard and put a lot of your income away just for a place to sleep, and I just don't think that's right. I would rather spend my money, like on something like food maybe, or maybe getting to go visit family or friends or do something fun instead of having to just give it all to somebody else and then I have nothing left for myself. And that's just the way it is, especially on the West Coast. You're not going to find places that are very cheap to live anymore, and you end up spending most of what you make on where you live. So there you go. I like not having to pay rent. Number 3, I like being able to drive away if I don't like my neighbors. Okay, if people are being annoying or I just don't want to put up with them, there you go. I get to drive away. And I like to call myself an opportunistic hermit. I like to be alone a lot, but I also like to be around people, and this gives me that option. If I don't want to hear neighbors or if I don't want to talk to people, I don't have to be where there are people. I can get in my house and drive away. So yes, if I don't like my neighborhood or if I want to change the scenery, I can leave. So yes, number 3 is a really good reason for me to be a nomad, because I don't have to stay if I don't want to. Okay, number 4. Ties into number 3. I get to have different scenery all the time. I could stay on BML land or national forest for 2 weeks at a time and then move. Or I can move every single day like I've been doing lately, which has actually been kind of fun. I might get tired of this after a while, but it's actually nice to be able to go to a different camp spot every day and wake up in a different front yard or backyard or whatever you want to call it. I have been what I call static camping around my county and my town, because I do still have a 9 to 5 that I work. And so I have to be here, but that doesn't mean I have to sleep in the same place all the time. And really, if you're doing this, you kind of don't want to anyway, because that's what gets you in trouble. If you stay in one spot too long, you can get, kicked out for that, and you can get tickets and things like that. So it's good to keep moving, but it's also fun. A part of the fun of being a nomad is that you get to wake up in a different spot every single day. So I like that. Let's see. I get to explore places on the cheap. Yes, number 5 is a good one, because when you go on vacation a lot, sometimes you're going to rent a car, sometimes you're going to rent a motel, sometimes you're going to do this, that, and the other. That has to do with your accommodations. Well, if you're a nomad and you're already living like on the road and exploring anyway, and it's on your way to some other place, it's really cool because you get to explore those things like cheaply. You don't have to pay for hotel rooms. And like if you're actually on your way to like say a seasonal job or something like that, in the summer or the winter, in between you get to explore all these different places that you probably wouldn't have saw if you were just flying out there or whatever. So it's actually really cool. I mean, if you ride the train, or if you ride a bus, or if you fly, you're not going to get to stop and tootle around on these little towns and all that kind of stuff. And you probably are going to end up paying just as much, if not more, for your airfare or bus ticket or whatever it is, and your hotel room and all that kind of stuff. So to me, I feel like I get to explore more and do more things on less money if I have my nomadic lifestyle. So I think that that's just one of the great perks of this lifestyle, is that you can explore. And you can stay, like if you don't need to go to a job or whatever, or if that or right away, you can stay in a place longer and really get to feel what it's like to be there and get a sense of the culture and all that kind of stuff. So I think that it's really awesome. I feel like you get to explore more of your surroundings than you would if you were just on a regular vacation, and it's cheaper. And you know what, too? Sometimes you'll go to a town and you're staying there for a while and you can get odd jobs off of Craigslist or something like that. So now you're actually making money while you're exploring a place. So yeah, I think it's awesome. So yeah, you get to explore things on the cheap. So yes, that's number 5. I like to explore things on the cheap. I'm a cheapskate, I'll admit it. And being a nomad helps you to do that. Okay, so and number 6, I don't have to set up everything every time to camp. When you go out camping, especially like regular car camping or you're backpacking or whatever, every night, or at least when you first get there, you've got to set up a tent and all this stuff and na 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 na. And yes, I could do that too. I could put out an awning and I could put out tables and all that junk if I was going to stay for a long time. But also I don't have to. I don't have to do any of that stuff to be comfortable. I can just rearrange after I've been driving, because stuff always falls down and I always have to put stuff on the floor, but it takes me 5-10 minutes and I'm done. I don't have to worry about setting up all this elaborate stuff because my house is already here. It's already set up. It's already done. I could just pull in and do whatever. And I also have it set up to where all I have to do is pull a couple of things off my bed, and need be, if I'm like so tired that I just can't do anything, I could just get on my bed and go to sleep and then get up and set up the rest of the way in the morning. You can't do that if you have to do a tent. You have to set up the tent. You have to set up your camp. No matter how tired you are, you just have to do it. So I just love living in my van and being a nomad, because all of my stuff is pretty much already set up everywhere I go. Even if I did want to do more of an elaborate thing, I don't have to do it right when I get there. So I think that it's awesome. That's a good perk for me. Because, I still like going camping. I'm just like the rest of you guys. I still like to go and do all that kind of fun stuff, even though that's pretty much my entire life. I still want to do that, and I don't want to have the inconvenience of breaking it down and setting it up every time. So there you go. Okay, number 7. It's a really good one, and it kind of ties in with number 6, is I like taking my house everywhere I go. It's extremely convenient for me. I don't have to feel like I forgot something when I go on a trip. I don't have to feel like I'm putting out a family member or a friend when I come to visit them, like they have to hurry up and make a space for me to sleep or whatever. Because a lot of my friends, they don't have like big houses with guest rooms or whatever, so I'm crashing out on the couch. Well, how nice is that? I mean, sure, they don't mind and they love me and they would rather have me there visiting, but it just kind of takes a little bit out of the fun. And I know everybody's used to that, but once you can roll up in your own house and have your own accommodations and just walk into your friend's house and say hello and start spending time with them or whatever, and then when it's time to go to bed, you just walk out into your own place and go to bed, and you don't have to worry about that, and your friend doesn't have to worry about anything. It really frees up a lot more time, and you actually get to spend more quality time with your family or friend, because you're not worried about where you're going to sleep and all that kind of junk. So I just think that it's awesome. And like I say, you have everything that you need with you. You don't have to worry about, oh crap, I didn't pack that in my suitcase. Can I borrow such and such? You don't have that because your whole house is with you. So I just love bringing my home everywhere I go. I think it is a really huge bonus of the nomadic lifestyle, Maybe I'm part turtle, maybe I'm part snail, I don't know, but I just really, really think that there's a huge benefit to being able to have everything with you. Now, if you ever traveled abroad, the next best thing to, bring in your van would be just a backpack. So if you can't afford to ship your van over, then, you could just live out of your backpack, but still, then, you don't have everything with you. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that having my house with me when I travel, especially when I'm going to visit family and friends, is one of the best things ever. And I don't ever want to have to do that again. I mean, even if I have a home base, I'm always going to bring my van or whatever it is that I have with me instead of having to use their accommodations. And it's not that I don't love them and I don't appreciate, them like setting up something for me. I just think that it is better for me, comfort-wise. I'd like to sleep in my own bed, which is a really big one. And two, like I said, they don't have to feel like stressed out about, where I'm going to sleep or, making room for me or whatever, kicking somebody out of a bed or whatever the case may be. That doesn't happen because I brought my whole house with me. I have my own bed, my own everything. And if I want to get up really early in the morning and meditate or do yoga or something like that, or qigong, I'm not going to disturb them because I'm out in my own house. And like when I used to still drink coffee, because by the way, I quit drinking coffee. That's going to be a whole nother video. But, I can get up like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and I'm not disturbing anybody. So that to me is worth every penny of gas and every whatever stress there is of, having to drive a whole house to somebody's house. That to me is just priceless, to be able to get up when I need to, and whether it be in the middle of the night or early in the morning or whatever, and not disturb my family and friends that I'm trying to visit and have a good time with. So yeah, number 7 to me is an extremely important reason why I'm a nomad, because I want to be able to bring my house with me everywhere I go, which is really, really awesome. Okay, so let's summarize this. Number 1, I've pretty much been a nomad my entire life. I guess I don't really know any better. Number 2, I like not having to pay rent. I think that's awesome. It saves me a lot of money and a lot of headache. And I'm sure you guys all know why. Number 3, I like be able to drive away. If I don't like my neighbors or my atmosphere, I could just leave. It's very nice to just stick the key in and go. I have a steering wheel in my house for a reason. It's so that I can move my house wherever I need to. Okay, number 4. I like having new scenery all the time, whether it be every 2 weeks or every day. That's okay with me, but I get to see new stuff all the time, so I really like that. Or even if it's not new stuff, it's just different than it was the day before, so I don't stay in the same spot every day, even though I do camp out in the same area. At least it's different parts of the same area every single day, which is really nice. Number 5, I like to explore places on the cheap. To me, I think it's cheaper to bring your own accommodations than it is to have to pay for them anytime you can, especially if you are paying for someplace to sleep. Hotels can be extremely expensive. Places to park your car or whatever can be very expensive. Or even if you rent a car or fly or any of that other kind of transportation that you might use, all of your accommodations can be extremely expensive, more than what you would pay if you were just doing it yourself in your own van or in your own rig or whatever it is that you're driving at the time. So yes, being a nomad saves me a lot of money on my vacations and my exploration or whatever I'm doing. Okay, number 6, I like not having to set up camp. I can set it up as elaborate or not as I want, and within a few minutes I can already be in bed if I need to, and that's great for me. I don't have to set up a tent every time I go into another camp. I'm just there. I can just roll up and I'm there. I just rearrange a few things and I'm home sweet home. And like I said, I can put it as elaborate as I want or not. It doesn't matter, but it's very important to me to have something that I don't really have to set up all the time. Okay, number 7. I love taking my home everywhere I go. again, so I don't forget anything, so it's always there with me, and so that if I go to see anybody that's a loved one or anything else, I have my own accommodations, and they are not being put out of their way just to have me come and visit. And I think that is just awesome. So it is awesome to bring your house with you everywhere you go. And that's one of the biggest reasons why, is because when you're a guest at somebody's place, you're not really a guest at somebody's place, because you're at home too. And it's really, really an awesome, secure feeling for me. I really love it. It may be different for other folks, but to me, I think number 7 is one of the biggest reasons why I love being a nomad, is because I can literally take my home everywhere I go. So there you have it, guys. I hope you got something out of this. And if you did, please like and subscribe and do all the good YouTube stuff, you know. Like I keep saying, that's the best way to support my channel. And check out my descriptions for different things. I try to put random links to videos up there until I can learn how to put them at the end of the video for you guys to click on. And then you're just going to have to check out my descriptions for links. And I do have some Amazon stuff up there that I like and things like that. So just check it out. See what's going on in my description. And yeah, I spend quite a long time trying to figure out what to put in it. So you guys might as well look at that too. So anyway, hopefully you guys got something out of this. And have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.